Match 85, Kumonga and Kamacuras vs. Godzilla, by Christian Salibert. Kumonga chittered in annoyance at the situation he currently found himself in. The massive spider had been in the middle of a well-deserved meal when he was suddenly intruded upon by the giant mantis, Kamacuras. Usually, the mere sight of the arachnid was enough to send the praying mantis fleeing, or at least give it pause. But food was scarce on Solgil, and both predators knew it. Emboldened by hunger, Kamacuras advanced, raising its scythe-like arms into the air. Kamacuras screeched loudly, declaring that Kumonga's feast was now his. Surprised by the mantis' newfound aggression, Kumonga inched back. Suddenly, he realized what he was doing, and his surprise was immediately replaced with anger. I didn't realize insects could feel this way. It gives a whole new insight
Kumonga
into
eating?
being.
Is he eating Minya? Is he eating Minya? Did he accidentally catch the invincible deer? What are they eating?
Yeah, I want to know. What are they
What do you
eating?
want?
Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading.
Are they
Is it
eating dicks
McDonald's?
from the last match?
Yeah, they're eating Goliath from last match.
Yes, of course.
Even though that was set in Mount Fuji, but whatever.
I mean, he got smashed under a rock. He could have been transported underground into sand.
Yeah, he is the space monster of the ground.
Yes, you know how Baragon is. He likes to randomly go and eat people. So he could have just dragged him there and ran away when he saw Kumonga.
Yeah.
I'd still like to think it's Minya he's eating. I'm just saying. The two. Oh, hey. Raising his two front legs in the air and hissing, Kumonga stepped forward, protecting his kill. Poor Minya. The two creatures circled around each other for a moment, daring the other to strike. But just as it seemed that Kumonga would be the one to make the first move, Kamacuras disappeared into the air with a blur. Before Kumonga realized what happened, Kamacuras had landed behind him and struck the backside of his abdomen with his lengthy
Damn.
claw. I'm
Wait,
not gonna say anything.
if Minya is the kill, is this the Minya that destroyed his arms off after a morning to remember?
Yes. Kumonga shrieked and began to turn around when Kamacuras flew off again.
You know, Kumonga and Kamacuras are really homeless people from that story. They're just feasting off whatever remains of the poor boy.
Yeah. Settling on the ground not too far away, Kamacuras watched as the giant spider turned to face him. Without another move, Kumonga began to spew strands of white silken spray at the mantis.
Ooh.
Just as the web began to make contact with his green exoskeleton, Kamacuras was airborne once again, avoiding the strands. Kamacuras landed and stared at Kumonga, who returned the glare, romantically. The two beasts circled each other again for a moment, when suddenly the tension of their encounter was pierced by the roar of yet another new arrival. The two predators' eyes widened in surprise as Godzilla approached. I'm surprised. Once again, I am shocked that insects' eyes can change expression. I am very shocked. And pass.
Godzilla
Kumonga's
sucks.
not in.
I know, he just got
I'm
back from
telling you
Matura's
guys,
house.
Godzilla fucking sucks. I hate
He
him.
just got back from Matura's house, don't you know?
First of all, Kumonga isn't an insect. He's an arachnid.
A super
Oh,
burn.
whatever.
Rat or arachnid.
Yeah. Kumonga and Kamacuras shared a quick glance. They quickly realized that if they worked together and killed Godzilla, they would both have more than enough food for the foreseeable future.
What, is Minya
Sounds
not
good to me.
enough?
I mean, they
No.
can't catch the invincible deer. He's too fast for them.
Yeah, that's why they got Minya.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Alright,
would
go.
kill their. Of course, then they would kill their competition and claim Godzilla's entire corpse as their own. But didn't change what had to be done at the moment at hand. Godzilla eyed his two old foes suspiciously. He didn't like that they had yet to strike. Patience and strategy were usually not in their repertoire.
Even though it is part of Kumonga's, because she's a spider.
Yeah, she, doesn't matter. I don't think.
Yeah. He decided to clear them out of the way. In his dorsal spine began to flash. Opening his jaws, a beam of atomic energy glancing out of his mouth, exploding against the ground between the two predators. Kamacuras immediately took to the air as Kumonga backed away from the flames. Godzilla satisfied when suddenly Kamacuras blindsided him, slashing Godzilla with his claws as he paused overhead. Not expecting the blow, Godzilla shrieked as he was knocked off his feet and toppled onto his side. Kumonga took the opportunity to close and begin spraying Godzilla with his webbing. The Monster King roared in anger as the silken strands began to cover his face and torso before responding with another atomic blast. The ray struck Kumonga in the face, ending the web spray and causing him to away. Godzilla got to his feet and growled at the spider, then immediately began scanning the area for Kamacuras. The mantis slammed his claws into the back of Godzilla's head as he zoomed past him again, causing him to stagger forward. But when the emerald insect tried the tactic a third time, never mind. Godzilla bent down and swung his tail upward, slamming into Kamacuras' face and bringing his flight to an abrupt halt.
Wait, GBZ, offline. You gotta reread everything.
Damn it!
Yes, and you're using the wrong word. That monster is known as and.
Okay, what do I have to reread?
I was messing with you.
Oh.
Don't worry, I heard everything you've been saying, so it's good. As Kamacuras crumpled to the ground.
As Kamacuras crumbled to the ground, Godzilla bent down and grabbed the mantis's arms. With a mighty heave, Godzilla tossed the mantis through the air, sending him smashing into the side of a mountain. Kamacuras was stunned by the blow, his head twitching dizzily. Pass.
I have to say that worked way better than I expected.
I know, because none of us expects for that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, not Godzilla's throat. I meant my little prank.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I mean too.
Oh.
Because usually when that happens, like we know that's going to happen at some point.
Right.
Well,
right.
it of course crushed my soul, Alex.
I think that was him getting at you for being introduced via match 83.
Yeah.
And this is how the first order falls. Anyway.
Yeah.
With Kamacuras
Thunderous
down,
applause.
Okay, go ahead.
Godzilla turned to face Kumonga. With Kamacuras down, Godzilla turned to face Kumonga with a love-stricken face.
Ooh.
The arachnid fired with its web, spraying Godzilla's torso, but the powerful reptile advanced anyways, cutting through the web with another atomic ray. Kumonga chittered as the ray exploded behind him, trapping him between the flames and Godzilla, choosing not to go with Godzilla because it was crazy. Realizing his foe's dilemma, Godzilla spun around, swung his tail around, and slamming it into Kumonga's face. Kumonga was sent through the air by the blow, the fires, and crashing onto his back. Satisfied with the attack, Godzilla suddenly felt a stinging pain in his tail. He quickly realized what it was. Kumonga had lodged his finger into his tail as he spider's face. Godzilla is clumsy, so... I mean, Godzilla is clumsy. He kind of falls over everything. It's expected he would accidentally stab on something.
True.
Godzilla soon began to lose the feeling in his tail and dropped it from the air, dragging it limply behind him like Showa Godzilla.
Well, now Godzilla needs some Viagra.
Roaring angrily, he advanced on the downed spider, who was still trying to get up off his back, helpless like a Gamera. Just as Godzilla was about to crush the beast's abdomen under, Kamacuras latched onto his back and began assaulting Godzilla's head and neck with his Godzilla rage as he tried to dislodge the mantis to no avail, randomly firing beams of atomic energy in frustration, but destroying nothing but mountains. With Godzilla distracted by Kamacuras, Kumonga managed to flip himself over into an upright position, his purple compound eyes glaring at Godzilla in fury. I guess he really does have purple eyes, doesn't he?
Thought we
Well,
could
the banner has him.
Or was it blue?
The banner has him and have blue eyes.
With a shriek,
I don't know.
striking Godzilla square in the chest, right in his second
I'm
brain,
allergic to
killing
this match.
Godzilla's lower body. Godzilla torso going numb, and his bottom half dying with his brain. Winner Kumonga and Kamakura onto the very top of his legs and slammed into Godzilla. Kamacuras flew off the mighty reptile before Kumonga tackled him to the ground. Climbing down off Godzilla, Kumonga fired another stinger, hitting one of Godzilla's legs, numbing it too. As Kamacuras landed next to him, Kumonga began to unleash sheets upon sheets of webbing with Mothra's help, covering Godzilla in their strands. Kamacuras twitched his head and screeched happily, watching Godzilla ride the belt, trying to escape from Kumonga's webs. The white silk soon began to cover Godzilla completely, threatening to wrap him in a blanket of death. Godzilla tried to fire his atomic ray at the two creatures, but found it hard to concentrate, woozy Kumonga's poison. Soon, Godzilla was completely engulfed in Kumonga's web, unable to even move his arms. Satisfied that Godzilla was restrained well enough, Kumonga moved in, ready to deliver the final poison sting attack. Kamacuras followed. Wait, let me rephrase this. What's his name? Scyther followed closely behind, eager to watch Godzilla's demise up close.
Scyther.
Because yes, Scyther. Because Kumonga is using poison stings. I'm referencing them as Pokemon now.
More Pokemon. Great.
Yes. Both of the bugs were so engrossed in finishing off their prey that neither noticed the blue light emanating from within the webbing. Just at what's a good spider Pokemon?
Ariados.
Just as Ariados was about to sink his poison sting into Godzilla's flesh, a shockwave of nuclear energy incinerating his would-be cocoon tomb and blasting Kumonga and Kamacuras through the air. That's three.
Yeah, he got one more.
As the spider and mantis crashed into a tangled mess quite some distance away, Mega Tyranitar rose to his feet. His system purified with a pure nuclear energy coursing through it. Fury burned in his eyes. Pass. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kamacuras and Kumonga righted themselves, groaning as their burnt bodies ached with each move. They were assaulted by Godzilla's atomic ray. In an explosion, Kamacuras didn't even know what Godzilla was behind. Didn't even know how Godzilla was behind him until the monster came grabbing by a spiky shell and swung him into Kumonga, knocking the spider through the air and sending him crashing against the jungle floor. Kamacuras screamed in agony. One of his legs has been broken off from their mutual impact. Godzilla attempted to toss the mantis at his arachnid ally, but once Kamacuras was in the air, he opened his wings and sped off, disappearing onto the other side of the island. Godzilla roared, frustrated that he couldn't finish the giant mantis, then quickly turned his attention back to Kumonga. Kumonga was shakily getting back onto his feet just as Godzilla reached him. The spider began to spit some web, but Godzilla immediately halted the attempt by kicking him in the face, and then grabbed Kumonga's front two legs hoisting him into the air. Bringing him back down, Godzilla to the ground, knocking the wind out of the eight-legged beast. Grabbing hold of his legs again, Godzilla swung him around and sent him hurtling through the air, crashing against the same mountain. He had thrown Kamacuras and sore and stunned. Kumonga didn't even try to get back to his feet. Godzilla narrowed his eyes at the spider and opened fire with his atomic ray. Striking the side of the mountain above, Kumonga as the ray exploded, thousands of tons of dirt and rock tumbled upon Kumonga. Jeez, how much more stuff can be added on? A moment later, the immense spider has been covered completely, with only the tip of one leg sticking out from the soil. No further movements came. Whether Kumonga was dead or merely unconscious was unknown. By the way, the spider has been beaten, and Godzilla finally killed a hobo. Rearing his head back, Godzilla roared triumphantly. After a moment, he resumed his original Star Trek and began moving inwards towards the red water pool. Winner, Godzilla.
And then Kamacuras flew back and cut Godzilla's head off. There's Kamacuras.
Yeah, Mary Sue Kamacuras used his
Came in and killed Kamacuras.
yeah, he used his structural joint weakness ability from the Jet Jaguar match to decapitate Godzilla's head. And
Yes.
winner Kamacuras.
Yeah. Secretly, this was Mary Sue Kamacuras. He was just faking his retreat
Yeah.
and injuries.
If that's the case, Mary Sue Kamacuras did an incredible job disguising itself.
Yeah.
I will admit, like, obviously, this is much like something like Biollante versus Gauss or Kumasugami versus Gizora. This is obviously a very one-sided match. That said, I will admit, I think it's mostly thanks to Kumonga. Kumonga actually put in a little more work than I was actually, it's like, in a way, if it hadn't been for Heisei Godzilla's nuclear pulse, I actually think they could have won. So, that and the nuclear pulse seemingly
And they should have won.
conveniently... And
I mean, Godzilla's greatest weakness is being stuck in a cocoon of webs, don't you know?
Yeah.
He's lost 3 times because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so... But honestly, I do feel like... I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it was just convenience to just get rid of the poison along the way, but I'm pretty sure the nuclear pulse doesn't get rid of stuff that's in your blood. The ANIB can attest to that. But otherwise, yeah, this was actually kind of fun. Like, it's kind of average, obviously one-sided, but decently fun, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Joe, did you have anything to say?
I agree with you. This match is very, very one-sided, but it's enjoyable in its own right. It has some good moments, but it's just excited. You know who's gonna win, but it's
So gay.
pretty. But it's a pretty fun match.
Yagoto, do you have anything to say?
Well...
Or are you just gonna keep staring at the merchandise?
Well, I like how Kumonga and Kamacuras, they stopped fighting because Godzilla popped up and they thought, kill, we can eat for years. And then they lose instantly because it's Godzilla and he apparently can't lose the match.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
I liked it when Godzilla killed that hobo. Other than that, wasn't too bad. I mean, it's one-sided as hell, but wasn't terrible. Or bad anything. It was kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, totally. So,
Yep.
with that said, that was match 85, and we will see you guys next time for match 86. So until then, folks,